Hey, how about you keep my family's name out of your fucking mouth, buddy, okay? I'll apologize to my family when I'm sorry. And right now, I ain't sorry.
Disgusting. Truly gross. An abomination. Inbred hick. You're a good person, and I'm proud to call you my friend.
Oh, dude, you shouldn't have ever called me your friend because I hate you.
Alright, and one.
There you go. I love it when you clap sync twice, man. It makes it so easy when you see two spikes right next to each other and you try to figure out which one is which.
Clap, clap. Daddy's back.
Yeah. I will say, actually, it is usually just the last one, so it's not too bad. I'm just giving you some shit.
It's why I try and chat a whole bunch while we're doing it, so it gives more vocals and face to line up.
Right, of course.
Hi, Freya. It's not your time.
Right,
She's
yeah,
just
this
not
is
made
serious.
for an audio format.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, this is serious business time. No dogs or girls allowed, and Freya
Ew.
happens to be both.
Ew, ew.
Yeah, absolutely. A repulsive mutt, I will say.
Disgusting. Truly
Yeah.
gross. An abomination. Inbred
Yeah.
hick.
To all those video watchers, video viewers, I should say. Well, she just left the frame now, but yeah. I'm sorry you had to witness that.
After I finish
Yeah.
dry heaving, we can get back to the podcast at hand.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, I mean, this recording might be 2 hours with an hour and a half of it being dry heaving that we have to cut out, so that could be rough.
Yeah, well, we'll figure it out. I think it's going to be a short one, just by necessity.
Oh, yeah,
We'll
that's
deal
fine.
with that. We'll fill the time.
Uh,
I do have that one idea that we could pop back to, but first, let's chat
Yeah.
about the elephant in the room, and I don't mean this disgusting golden retriever.
oh, yeah, dude. I mean, I can't stress enough how just absolutely repulsive this disgusting mutt beast is.
You filth.
But actually,
The
I
wedding
don't
this
know-
weekend.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to a wedding. I'm getting on a plane. I'm leaving Texas. How is this not the biggest thing in your life?
Dude, I got a lot of big things going on. I'm a mover and a shaker, what can I say? But yeah, this is definitely up there, considering it's tomorrow. Oh, I have
Yeah.
fun news for you.
Oh.
Also, so friend of the podcast, John, obviously we love him. He's coming with us. He's staying with us while we're there. And we're going to see him just a little bit more because I will also be driving him. So it's going to be a nice, fun time picking you up from LaGuardia, and then all five of us hopping in my cute little Jeep so that we can drive all the way through Long Island together.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yes. What a fun car full. How joyous.
Right. Yeah, but dude, what I was thinking is this is episode 99. To all the fans out there, to all our day ones, shout out, we're almost there, people. But this is episode 99. The next episode is 100.
Good counting.
So, and we're going to be in some strange circumstances that we very rarely find ourselves in, where we are surrounded by a lot of people and a lot of friends. And so
Ooh.
I'm not saying, we make the whole weekend about us for everybody and we do hour-long episodes. But what if we were able to do something where we got quick snippets of a lot of people, and would that be salvageable as an episode?
It might take some editing work and some
But
real
if we're
effort
putting
on
yeah.
this Monday, but we could do it like all gas no brakes style, just 30-second or minute or two clips with a friend or two or three at a time.
Yeah, and it could be something like cute, just like, oh hey, I don't know, you just talk about a memory.
Best
you had with
wishes
each
to
person.
Luke.
Yeah, no, well, we're not just gonna be his like
Dox
wedding
them.
notebook, but like we could, I don't know, yeah, something cute maybe like oh, what's a memory we have together? And we don't have to get like a million people, even if it's just like quick little 10-minute chunks. They're just gonna be hard to fit in a pretty tight, pretty packed weekend.
Sunday morning's gonna have to carry a lot of that load.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Well, how much? So when are you leaving? When's your flight?
Oh, let me check.
Oh wait, actually, this might be boring for the listeners, but yeah, okay.
Never mind.
If you say
I
Sunday
think like
morning,
early afternoon. Maybe
but here's the
noon.
thing, dude. What if there's some sort of like hotel after party after the wedding or something?
Yeah.
Would
Yeah.
that be workable if we could pull people aside one by one?
Yes.
You think so?
Bring a mic.
Okay. No, bring
If you're
yours.
listening, we're coming for you.
That's what I need you to do, is bring yours, because I don't want to also be wheeling around a computer with me.
That's gonna be a bitch to go through security with. I will have to leave class a little early.
Well, it's a good thing you're showing up 17 hours early to the airport.
No, I'm showing up 95 minutes early.
Oh, okay. I see. What you gonna do? I've done it before. You cut the line, you tell everyone, I'm so sorry, my flight's leaving soon, and then they let you go in front. It's not like, it doesn't feel good, but it's effective.
Unethical life hacks
did
or
that-
whatever the hell.
Yeah, I did that the last time I was going to an airport. I think it was when I was coming home from Texas. Yeah, I had to pull one of those. Tell everybody in the security line that you're about to miss your flight, and everyone's pretty cool about it. No one even really gave me like a bad look. I don't even think I caught a glare.
Okay.
Yeah,
People are generally good.
that's what I'm saying. Like, what would you do? Could you imagine, like,
Nah, I'd be
someone
fine.
comes
Because
up to you
usually
in
I'm there
line.
early enough that it wouldn't bother me. But
Yeah,
tomorrow
that's
it's not
true.
gonna work. Because I need to see this diuretics pharmacology lecture. At least most of it.
I'm so sorry. I can't let you cut. Like, I have enough time to cut, like, get to my plane. I planned this perfectly. But if you step 1 foot in front of me, I will never make this flight. Like, that's the attitude you have to not let someone cut you.
Yeah, it's pretty rude. Especially if they are apologetic and look stressed.
Yeah, exactly. Which I did.
Well, look
Yeah.
at that. Scamming your way through.
Yeah, and this was all just so I could take a nap at the terminal.
You're a piece of shit.
Yeah, basically. But, well, it was funny, too, because I kept, like, looking at my watch, and I was, like, I was getting to the part of the security line where you're, like, on the last straightaway, you're not, like, no longer curving. So I was, like, getting my way through. But my flight said start boarding in 20 minutes, and so I was like, this is getting close. And then, actually, the lady in front of me spoke some sense into me. She's like, oh, when is your flight? I was like, oh, it's boarding in 20 minutes. She's like, you should go in front of us. You should ask everyone if you can go in front of them. And I was like, oh, you really think so? And she's like, yeah, that's what I would do. And I was like, all right, if you say so. And then, yeah, I mean, I still had plenty of time once I got there. It's not like the plane was leaving or anything, but yeah. Because once you cut one person, you can't just cut one person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you gotta keep going.
Like, then I would be
Pull
pissed.
forward.
If
Yeah.
someone just cut me, I
here.
would be pissed. Yeah, exactly. Whew, okay, now I'm safe. Now that I'm in front of
Duck,
these slow
duck,
fuckers.
duck, goose.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, so
Mm.
want to do a little bit? Give it a test run. The thing I wanted to try.
Oh yeah. Let's go.
I'm
for
pretty
it.
sure this would be covered under parody law, but you tell me. I was
Okay.
watching a little bit of Answer the Internet, which is a
Right.
Barstool YouTube show where comedians usually are answering these ridiculous questions, and I realized that the internet's deliberately sourcing their best work and it being combed over by another company is
Right.
great intellectual property, and we should try using it.
Okay, yeah. I'm absolutely down for this.
I'm pretty sure, since I'm skimming through episodes I've never seen, and I'm presuming you've never watched, that everything we say
No,
is
I
going to
wa-
be...
I watched the one with Tom Segura.
Okay, I'll skip that,
Okay.
because I've seen those, so we'll skip him, but... I'm assuming otherwise it's going to be videos we haven't seen, that's what I'm aiming for, so it will be all of our own original thought, and therefore parody. Yeah? We clear? We clean?
It doesn't have to be parody, but fair use act. That'll cover
Whatever.
us.
That counts.
Yeah.
I have a very limited knowledge of this stuff.
Dude, yeah, there are millions and millions subscriber YouTube channels that are literally just commentary channels that do basically this.
Okay, well, fair enough.
Yeah,
Let's do
yeah.
it. Let's give it a
That's-
try. Let's see how it feels.
Yeah. I know this because of the FUPA.
The FUPA?
Yeah, the Fair Use Protection Act, or sorry, the Fair Use Protection Agency, who protects
pretty good.
YouTubers and content creators. Yeah,
You want that on a windbreaker.
yeah, absolutely. I stand with FUPA.
Okay, first one. This is
Sure.
the one that I paused it, took a picture of it, and texted you we should do this.
Okay.
Would you rather live... Of course, it's a would you rather. That
Yeah, that's most.
piques
of them.
my interest. Would you rather live for the rest of your life with the sensation right before you sneeze, shit, or cum? And I'm just
Oh.
reading this YouTube channel, so I'm sorry, all familial listeners.
Dude, you don't
wasn't
have to
my choice,
apologize
that
to
was
my
just the
family,
last
don't
word in the
worry.
sentence.
Hey, how about you keep my family's name out of your fucking mouth, buddy? Okay, I'll apologize to my family when I'm sorry, and right now I ain't sorry. But let's see.
This one
Between
might have
those
been from the
three-
Tom Segura one, but he has several, so hopefully not.
Yeah, that one was. I remember seeing it and remember thinking this is a tough question to answer.
You should have realized Zane will see this and he will call me on it.
Right. Live on the internet.
Live and recorded.
Yeah, which one was I feel like, I don't know, in a constant state of thinking you have to sneeze, of like having your nose tingle like you're about to sneeze. Is that bad compared to the
Oh.
other two?
Listen, we're only going to rip extra content off of this one response, but I gotta agree with Tom when he said
Yeah.
immediately reneging on my explanation at the beginning.
Right,
But I agree
right.
with him when he says the world goes on pause when you have to sneeze. It's only for a half a second, but if that is the feeling that is on constant go forever, I don't think I'll be able to do jack shit.
You think it's the most debilitating?
That's
of
insane.
all?
I think that is the most debilitating. I think that is probably similar to like if you touch whatever the hell that horrible tree is in Australia that gives you so much pain that people have killed themselves.
A tree? Is it a
It's
spirit
poisonous.
tree? Oh, okay.
It's poisonous. If you stand under it when it rains, then the water runs off the leaves and is like toxic water.
and
if
you melt.
But if you like eat any part of it or rub it on your skin, you can break out in the most incredible pain apparently. Like I
Huh.
guess the way that it works is similar to bullet ants or whatever they are, where it just turns your pain receptors on. So it's just
Interesting.
like the maximum. And yeah, there are several recorded cases of people committing suicide because it was so horrific. One guy used his leaves for toilet paper and he shot himself in the head.
Wow, this sounds like a creepypasta.
It's
The
Pretty
most
damn close.
evil tree in the world.
it's pretty nuts. That's
Right.
Australia in a tree shell for you.
Yeah, seriously.
So I'm assuming that the way that is the maximum feeling of that sensation and it is just maddening. I think that would be what it's like to live in a constant on the cusp of sneeze. Like I'm not even imagining waves of like pretty much always kind of in the
Yeah,
throes of
just-
it. I'm just imagining like paralytic.
In the throes would probably be maybe. Oh yeah, okay. That's a tough case against the sneeze.
I don't think I can do it. I don't think.
Yeah.
The satisfaction I get from a sneeze. Oh,
Yeah.
there are adult diapers, which solves either of the other two problems.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. In that case.
Give me 'em both.
Yeah. You'd rather take both of the other ones over sneezing.
Probably, but that's not the question.
Right.
Narrowed down.
Where do you? Yeah. Where do you land?
The shit one's really inconvenient,
Yeah.
but also so is the other.
Yeah. I think.
But OnlyFans makes the other one probably marketable.
Yeah, like how much would that mess with your mind to be like that? Would you just be like the horniest person in the entire world? Like, I don't know. Would you lose all like sensation otherwise? I feel like
It overpowers everything else.
here's the thing though. I feel like you can kind of how bad do you have to shit, I guess. Because I feel like
How hot
Unless
does it
it's-
feel?
yeah, because I feel like most of the time when I like feel it coming, I can hold it pretty indefinitely. It's
I was
not like
about
having
to say, I
pee.
spend a decent amount of my life having to take a dump, so
Right.
this isn't the worst. I think that I'm gonna go with that.
I
yeah.
think so too. I think so. Like I've been constipated before, and it's not fun. But like you kind of feel like that anyway for like a day at a time. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go with constantly feel like you have to shit.
All right. Fair
Take
enough.
a poo for our younger listeners.
I'm not doing the editing.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, every time I go back and replace that with that clip when either one of us says it.
Anything
a-
else. Says
that's
any
a s-
swear. Here,
that
let's
is
record a bunch of
solid,
good ones.
worthwhile effort.
Frick.
Um,
Frickin'.
Dummy.
There you go. Some more sound bites for you.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Would you put your child in a gorilla pit for $50,000?
No.
That's a good answer, and I agree.
Right? Like, I feel like who would? For 50 grand? Maybe that's my privilege showing, but like...
If it was like
you know,
60, 65,
Yeah, it may be my privilege showing, but 50 grand, for me personally, is not enough to threaten the life of my child.
check your privilege, Steve.
Yeah, exactly. Must be fucking nice, Steve, huh? To be able to afford your child's life for 50 grand.
All right, agreed. Moving on.
Okay, yeah.
Would you rather-
That's a good one.
Would you rather always have the hiccups or always have a headache? And I'm going to go with hiccups right off the bat.
Hiccups. Definitely hiccups. Yeah. I mean, you suffer from pretty chronic hiccups, I would say. And you're not
Anytime I
like,
eat spicy
miserable.
food,
Yeah, exactly.
kind of ruins the experience. It does limit what I eat, but
There
it's not
actually,
the end of the world.
I remember seeing on YouTube or something a while back, like people who actually had this condition, just like a ceaseless hiccup.
That sounds like hell.
And they're fine.
But it sounds like less
seems-
hell than constant headache.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
All right.
that headache would have to be very minor for it to be worth less than hiccuping.
Do you want any NC-17 ones?
Sure.
If you came across a glory hole,
Yeah.
would ya?
No, absolutely. Like, yeah, funny answer. Like, oh yeah, I love that. But like, really, come on.
No.
Who would? Who would? Who does? I don't think I know anybody who would. Honestly.
Segura has a story about that. Do you remember? Because
No.
when he got to college, he looked like he was 25 or something. Or in high school, rather. So he was the one that collected everyone's money and went to get porn magazines. So he'd take down a
Right.
list of, like, what they want, like, feet, balls, leather, animal, like, and then he'd
Yeah,
go to
yeah.
the store and look like a freak. And he was talking about this guy behind the counter that, like, real great description. Missing a good number of teeth, hair falling out, older fella. And in trying to fill this list, the guy's like, you seem kind of like a freak. If you go in the back, that's where, like, the real heavy shit is. Also, if you look in the back corner, there's a hole. And if you put your pecker through that hole, then maybe someone on the other side will suck it. And like 15-year-old Segura or something, freshman in high school maybe, is like,
Yeah.
is it a girl? I think was his question. And
Yeah,
the
that's
dude
a
said,
valid one.
you see any other trucks in that parking lot? So, you
right.
never know. And
Yeah.
for me, it's a no.
It's a no for you.
It's a
I mean,
no.
I don't know. You're generally a very, open to new experience. Like, I feel like you're the kind of guy who'd be like, I'll do it once.
I also prefer to not be infected with things.
Yeah, true, but you know how to cure stuff.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I'm still learning about the stuff that we then need to cure.
Oh, okay. You're not on the cure phase yet.
No.
Is that at year 3?
2, mostly?
Okay, gotcha.
For me. Most med schools, it would be year 3.
Gotcha. See, I know things.
It's because I'm an accelerated reader.
Wow. Do you sit at the front of the class and get gold stars too?
I sat at the front at the start of the year, and then we did assigned seats spaced out for COVID across the lecture hall, and I ended up in the very back row. So,
Right.
that really spun around. I don't go to
Yeah,
class
see-
as much anymore.
I was definitely a smelly kid in all sweats sitting in the back row half asleep kind of kid in college.
And look at you, an engineer.
Dude, the funny thing is, I remember seeing kids in college, like, on their laptops and stuff during class. I remember in my philosophy lecture, this one kid had full-on headphones through the entire lecture. Like, I get it. showing up to class is important, but like, why bother at this point? I think he had like a game open on his laptop too. Like, just could not be bothered to give a single fuck.
I've definitely played a good number of hours of video games in classes before.
See,
High school and
I
college.
don't think
And
I
I
ever
spent a
quite
lot
did
of
that.
time on mobile games, like freshman, sophomore year of college.
Yeah. See, when I was distracted in class, it was more doing things that I could at least at the start convince myself I could still pay attention while doing, which never happened. Like, if you're on Reddit or something and you're reading things, no way any other information is getting into your brain.
Fair enough. Hey, you want to do some jazz scat for a sec while I grab that coffee I told you about? Love you, bye.
Oh, are you asking me to vamp? Okay. So yeah, everybody at home, it's just me alone. Still, in the background of my mind pondering this 100th episode that's coming up. I'll be honest, I don't know if what's going to happen. I've definitely had plans to record things before, and then day of just kind of felt lazy or didn't get around to it. So maybe the 100th episode will be a last minute recording with me and Zane. Maybe it'll be edited on the Monday of, even though we're saying it's going to take all this work. So I don't know. You'll see. You'll see the week after this comes out whether we were up to the task. I don't know. I hope we are. I hope we do something cool because I don't know. 100 episodes. It feels good. I'm being very earnest right now. I tend to be a bit silly on the show, but I am being very earnest. And I am very happy to have gotten this far. I honestly didn't expect it to happen. I expected this thing to kind of fizzle out, but here we are at 99, and who knows? Maybe we'll even be here for 100 more. That was cheesy as fuck, but it felt cool to say, so fuck you.
That's a lot of coffee.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
That I spilled on my foot.
How long does it have to keep you going for?
Not too bad. Thanks to taking my test last week, I'm kind of chilling for a minute.
Gotcha.
More
Yeah,
than I should, but hey, I
ju-
earned it.
It's all good. I just had a cozy little sit down with the listeners. It was nice.
Oh, good. I can't wait to listen back and hear.
Hell yeah.
Okay, you want to do more of these bad boys?
Yeah, absolutely. I got literally nothing else to talk about.
Oh, perfect, dude. We're in
Exactly.
the perfect spot.
Yeah.
Would you rather be hairless or never be able to cut your hair? And contrary to what you might think, I'm going bald.
Yeah, I think I'm going bald too. Never be able to cut your hair sounds so incredibly annoying. Being completely hairless, oh, dude, that reminds me of that episode of Dave. Spoilers out there for some part of season 2, whatever, if you haven't watched it. But when he's in his own psyche. Wait, have you seen it? Am I spoiling this for you? No.
Yes.
Okay, I will say
so
no
he's
more.
in his own psyche.
Yeah, exactly. And I will say no more. But, yeah, I don't know. Being bald, imagine no eyebrows, no eyelashes also.
Yeah, you're going to look a little funky.
And here's the thing. You're not a very hairy guy.
You're actually very right.
It's just your head hair and your
Eventual
bits,
beard.
basically. Yeah. And the beard you will one day have. But by the time you get it, you'll be so grateful.
I'll braid everything and embrace the Viking look. I'll have to eat a lot of creatine.
I will say, you will have long hair, but your hair doesn't grow indefinitely. There is a limit to generally how long your hair can grow.
Yep, and I can just keep rebunning it. It'll be thicker and lusciouser than ever.
I feel like we probably know a decent amount of women, probably not as many guys, if any, who basically just have their maximum hair length. You know what I mean?
They min-maxed into hair.
Yeah, exactly. So, me on the other hand, I'm a hairy mess.
You've convinced me. Full hair, bro. I'll grow it forever.
Hair? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, why not?
You already have it long. So what if it's longer?
But for you...
Honestly, I would say, if it wasn't for the eyebrows, dude. If it wasn't for the eyebrows...
That's a huge part of a face.
I would easily go bald. But because I think I would look so strange, bald head, no eyebrows.
It would not look ideal.
I might just have to go like as the hairiest man on earth.
Dude,
I think
you would be
so.
Wolfman.
It's literally all for yeah. I hate to belabor the point, but it is literally all because I want to have eyebrows. That's just so
They're so
huge.
meaningful.
Yeah,
Would-
otherwise you look like a total weirdo.
So to throw it back to our red flag game,
Hmm.
blind date, you meet a girl or you meet her off Tinder, no eyebrows, none. She's
Oh, I mean-
mediocre at drawing them on or whatever makeup replacement there is.
Yeah, I mean, if she doesn't have eyebrows, this is by choice, or
Uh,
this is
Nope,
Like-
just doesn't have them.
oh,
She was born without eyebrows.
I'm already there on the date. I'll have a conversation, see if we connect. It's not my preferred look for anybody, but you know, I'll give it a shot. That's not like if she didn't even choose to have shaved eyebrows, like she didn't just go like crazy the night before and just shave them off. That's just what it is. That's fine. I could go on a date with a woman and no eyebrows and be perfectly content.
That sounds very big of you. I think I
think
could
s-
roll
I-
with that as well.
Yeah, you're just gonna jump on my answer, dude. You were about to say deal breaker to that shit. I know it. You
Nah.
thought I was gonna flip it back, and you were
I
like,
think it's
I'm
cool
never
when-
seeing this bitch again.
I think it's cool when girls or anyone have a unique or what would traditionally be considered flawed aspect about them and they just full on rock with it. Like Jake shaving his head bald when he was 22.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. I would say there are some things I find unattractive that I prefer. I'll just
What?
say I have my.
You want 4
preferences.
limbs?
I'll just say I have my preferences,
Bro.
But
Don't be so exclusionary.
a person not having eyebrows through no fault of their own is not something that's really gonna sink the whole ship on its own.
Again, very big of you. I'm proud.
Yeah.
You're
But
a
I'm
good
not out
person and
here.
I'm proud to call you my friend.
Oh, dude, you shouldn't have ever called
Yes, I
me your
should.
friend because I hate you.
Fuck. You, dude.
Yeah. I'm sorry I had to come out now, and the 100th episode will never be recorded. Oh,
Okay, so I was supposed to order dinner
okay.
and Domino's
I w-
closed at 9.
I see. I was wondering what was keeping you so preoccupied. You got no food at home. You can't scrounge by on Snap.
There's probably some, but also I
Okay.
got my exam scores back. Needed a 70, got 88 and 92.
Okay, very nice.
So, coffee and hopefully pizza for me, but oops.
Yeah. Oh wait, those aren't good scores?
Yeah. I
Oh.
passed what I needed by 18 and 22. And what's cooler,
Oh, yeah.
for midterm and final for this class, for the lab practical and the written portion, I need
Uh-huh.
the average of them to be 70 or above, which means that I
Oh.
need to get like a 48 on my lab practical and a 53 on my written exam.
Dude, don't sell yourself short. Shoot for 49 and 54. You can do that. You don't need to get the minimum. You can go above and beyond that. That's fine.
Ooh, we're getting P. Terry's instead.
Okay. Great
P.
choice.
Terry's, incredible. I think the best fast food in Austin, and I've just about tried them all now.
Oh, very nice. They never disappoint, I will say. They know how to make a good fast food burger.
Oh yeah, 2 double cheeseburgers with grilled onions and pickles.
Oh
I'll
my
share
God.
fries and a milkshake.
Dude, for a while now, I think I brought it up on the podcast a while ago, but I've been like intermittent fasting. And coincidentally, I've gotten lazier and lazier about cooking for myself. And now I've been having a lot of times literally one meal a day. And not like OMAD style, where this meal is like 2.5 meals worth of food. It's like one for me, normal sized meal. And then I kind of just don't eat, or I don't get around to eating. And then like tonight I got home at like 9:30. It's like, well shit, I guess my eating window started at 1:15 today. That's when my window ended. So, but that just means I get to eat earlier tomorrow, so that'll be fine. if I get around to it again and my laziness doesn't win.
I'm not doing the intermittent fasting, but in terms of like that weird metabolic change, kind of same. I'm eating way less than normal and like cooking all of the exact same shit, and I don't know
Yeah.
why.
Something's
Do I need to
happening
lift
us,
more?
dude.
What's going on? Do I need to try
That's-
any? Is this puberty?
I wonder if that is it.
Puberty ending?
Yeah.
That'd be a bummer. I fucking love eating.
The one thing I will say is that from time to time I still use nicotine, which kills my appetite. And especially when I'm working like long hours and I'm just like, and I use it more often because of that. I think that I feel like if I were to quit, I would have if I were to just stop completely, I would have an insatiable appetite for a lot of the day, especially to like between the oral fixation that would be ceased and like just that taking that appetite suppressant stopping. I feel like I would probably just be eating and hungry all the time for a while.
Do we want to bulk?
Right, it is bulking season. But
Oh,
yeah, I
that's
will
true.
say, due to starving myself, dude, this is the first time. This is what it was like for other people to cut weight in wrestling, and now I'm doing it by accident. All these people complaining, bro. It's easy.
It's too easy.
Yeah, dude. I never had to do it in college, and I always felt bad and like I didn't have a voice in the conversation. But now I'm doing it on accident, dude, and I don't know.
You can be
I
an
literally
advocate.
yeah, I do this shit in my sleep. No, they don't need advocates. It's easy.
Thought you were gonna infiltrate their ranks,
No, they're victimizing
like that lady who
themselves,
became the
man.
president of the NAACP.
How'd she do it? What do you mean? I'm not aware.
By saying she was black, and then a DNA test shows she wasn't at all.
Isn't that something that's fairly easy to tell about a person?
I guess she looked the part enough. Here, let me
Really?
find it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, unless she's like,
Yes. Here, who is this?
pull her up.
What the heck's her name?
Is she still
Rachel
president?
Dolezal. Rachel Dolezal. It might have been of like the Oregon.
I've heard that name before. I've absolutely heard that name before, but I never knew what she was or whomst she was.
Here we go.
You sharing?
Go live.
Let's watch this. This is what our audio listeners come for. Okay, watching. Oh, yeah, she looks like she could be part black. Yeah, for sure. Although, I wonder if the hair is fake. Probably. Like, do you think she, like, did that to her, like, hair to, like, sell it a little bit more? Who knows?
I really don't know.
Yeah, I'm kind of already upset that I'm asking these questions about someone who has nothing to do with me.
Not to play devil's advocate or stand any side, but I think the counter argument is that she was genuinely like involved in making a difference and like passionate about the work that she was doing. So like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah, well,
guess there's some people who defend. I don't know. I think that
No, definitely.
It's
there's
funny.
Yeah, but that's the funny thing that's kind of does not compute in my mind right now, right? In the perfect world, anybody of any race could do any job as long as they're qualified and make a positive difference. But something like the NAACP exists specifically because the world is not perfect.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So you would think
they'd
that
be
they
accepting.
going for equality would like,
Ooh.
but in giving this person power, yeah, I don't know. That is a little ethical quandary going on. But if she straight up lied about being black, that's pretty wrong, and that's easy to point a finger at.
I think that might be the thing.
Yeah, that'll definitely ruffle some feathers.
Oh, another pop-up random catch-up.
Sure.
Molly been playing a video game. We found what she
which
likes.
one?
Cozy Grove.
Cozy Grove. Interesting.
Yeah.
If I'm-
You want me to play you a trailer?
Yeah, that's actually one I've never heard of before.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's pretty cute.
Let's see.
Watch
Let's
on
see this
YouTube.
Cozy Grove.
Here we go. Share my screen. Go live. Can you see?
Yeah.
You might not get audio, so we'll have to chat
that's
over it.
fine.
But yeah, it's this big, pretty kind of hand-painted looking island.
Yeah.
And you are a scout who is there, spoiler alert,
Mhm.
to help all the spirits that are still haunting the place. Like that ghost bear.
Oh.
They're kind of all
Okay.
bears, but they have like unfinished jobs, so you gotta like collect shells and like catch fish, but also it has kind of like a light Minecrafty, like upgrade your base, plant
Yeah.
flowers, grow your shit.
Yeah, kind of like it looks like a very Animal Crossing vibe, for sure. But with,
Super
like-
light, super cozy, aimed at 8-year-olds. It's perfect.
I don't know. The games like this are like
No,
I
they're
think
great.
that
And people
Animal
love them.
Animal Crossing may have been the best-selling game of 2020. I wouldn't be surprised if it was, but it definitely was for a very long
Now,
time.
Is
And
it,
that's not just kids playing, dude.
but isn't it a large part because it hits a market that has relatively fewer products targeted at them? Like that demographic of video gamers. So
Yeah, maybe.
when there's
Although
fewer
there's-
products in competition, especially of like a massive name brand, massive studio, massive funds, then like the few stand out more.
That's true.
To an
Yeah,
extent.
fair enough.
To an extent.
But what I'm saying is that like this audience is very wide ranging, and it's not only I don't know if I would doubt that it's only like designed for children.
Oh no, I think probably not, but
I'm sure there's some thoughtful design in there. I just have
it's inclusive
no interest.
of children.
Yes, yeah, like a Pixar movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Except with less big mom butts.
Right. Yeah, exactly. With less dump truck asses. But another game, and we don't have to linger on it too long, but is Grow Home. If you can find that, she may be interested. I don't know. It's a very
played
fun,
some of that
very
with you.
casual game. Yeah.
2 3D. The twin stick is
Two-
still rough. We're keeping it in 2D for a while.
Fair enough. Absolutely. Yeah. That's
Light-
a big
yep.
thing for a lot of people.
Light on combat, not reaction speed based, and two-dimensional is kind of the gating criteria for the moment. But still, first
Decision-based.
video game that she enjoys and actively wants to play.
Hell yeah, dude.
Has
we'll get her
played
up to
while
Doom.
I'm not there.
We'll get her up to Doom
Eternal.
soon enough. Yeah.
Mm.
All right.
And also, I've been playing a little bit of Monster Hunter again, just a tiny bit after this exam, and good
Hell yeah.
God, I love that game.
I love that, dude.
I wish that you loved me enough to buy that game and play with me, because
That's how
it's
that
incredible and you would love it and it's great.
Right. Yeah.
Oh wait, I
Sorry,
forced you to
babe.
play it.
I don't buy games for nobody but me.
This would be for you. Can't you see I'm doing this for your own good, Steven?
Oh my god, dude. So, for 2 nights in a row now, what I've been playing lately, me and Hamza got Project M set up. But the first night we played, it took us like 2 hours. But we got it working on the Wii without a Brawl disc. We got it working with an SD card and a USB flash drive on a Wii. And it was beautiful, and I loved it, and it was perfect. Then the next day, we went to play it again, and like one of the homebrew hack things that we downloaded, we think like screwed it up or something. So then we like formatted all this. We eventually formatted all this stuff, put it back in, still wasn't working. Went to like redown like one of the very basic things, and then in that process, my Wii got completely bricked. So then we got it on the laptop. This is again after like 2.5
You lost
hours
a
of
Wii.
trying. 2 nights in a row, we spent 2 hours plus to play Project M, but god damn it, we succeeded both nights and just stayed up way past our bedtimes.
Dude, it's worth it. Do you remember what it took for me to get that working on my Mac?
Yeah, oh my god.
I spent
a
4
nightmare.
full work days multitasking between what I was supposed to do at my desk, I won't say what job, but
Right.
I had a tremendous amount of free time and was ahead on everything I had to do.
Yeah.
But I spent more or less 32 hours of that work week at my desk, downloading, installing. I had to find so many different plugins, like adaptive files, because not only
Yep.
did I have to get the emulator running, and not only did I have to get that running through the Mac, I also had to get the USB controller part working with all of my
Right.
third-party shitty tech. So
Yeah.
it was I got it grinding step by step. It probably took me the whole first day just to like download most of what I needed and get like the base emulator installed, and then like a day and a half to get the emulator to run, and then piece by piece, like I got it to the start screen, but then it would crash, and then I got it to like to the character select, but it was silent, and then I got the sound fixed and the controllers weren't working, and then I got the controllers working, and then I got like the actual it was like bit by bit by bit I had to build this shit over dozens of hours, and it was worth it for Project M.
Yeah, I would say so. But oh my, it reminds me because there's so many things like that, especially when you're working with unofficial hacks or modifications of, you know, computer systems essentially, is the instructions. So many people do it, and you think it should be so easy, and there's these instructions that people say are like perfect or whatever, and have every step by step. It should be like putting together a Lego house or something. But you always run into complications. It's like my freshman year, remember, I had my mom's old iPhone that I essentially used as like an iPod Touch. And I was trying to jailbreak it, and it was the same thing, dude. I was following a step-by-step instruction, and it was still just such an incredible hassle.
Yeah, every time. That's the exact experience. I jailbroke my iPhone eventually when I was in high school. Same deal. I homebrewed my Wii. I jailbroke the PSP. I jailbroke my iPod Touch. And then I told you also several times, that was like kind of my hobby for a year or two of high school. I would pirate games and then just like fuck with them. It would be like an Xbox 360 game from Russia, and I would be working to get it to work on mouse and keyboard and like mod the shit out of it and then never play it. And that was probably, it was like 85-15 downloading and modding and hacking into games and playing them.
Yeah.
For a long time, and I built up like terabytes of video games that I just never ran, except Far Cry 4, 3, one of them, which I played all the way through.
Dude, yeah, I think that the essence of this phenomena that we're talking about just is computer science. Because that's how it would feel in so many of my classes when I'm pulling practically all-nighters, if not all-nighters, where I'm just working away at a code, compiling, seeing what it spits out. Like, okay, I think that that's closer to what it's supposed to be. Let me check for bugs again and again and again and figure out exactly where I went wrong. But then at the end, not like what we're talking about where there is some like useful thing that you get, but just in my homework assignments where I needed to spit out some mathematical answer. It was so incredibly satisfying. And I experienced that secondhand today at work, where one of our customers was he had sent me an email that he was having a problem with the part that we sold him. And so he was just like telling me like, this is my code, this is like the errors that I'm getting, blah blah blah. I talk with the engineers, first I just like sent him some like troubleshooting tips, like all this kind of stuff. None of that worked. Then I go to the engineers, give him another thing. He tells me like, okay, now this is working, so I think I'm back to where I started because it had gotten worse since then. But like I'm still seeing this problem, this problem, this problem. Go back, get some more answers for him. And then I was like, look, man, I'm sorry. I'm not sure what to tell you at this point. Like, we'll have to have a call in the morning or on Monday or something. Like, everyone else is like leaving for the day, and then at like 6 p.m. I get an email from him. It's like, hey, I got it to work, and I just like email him back like, fantastic, man, that is so good to hear.
What a success, a triumph.
He was like emailing me, and then minutes after an email he would call me. Like, I could tell it's such a stressful thing to have something like that going on, or not stressful is one word, but more so frustrating, that to just be hammering away at this thing that just doesn't seem to want to work. And then you tame it.
A couple of times in college, and dude, computer science is so freaking cool. I would have loved that homework if I didn't have so much other shit on my plate and I could have spent the time with it instead of just trying to plow through it as quickly as possible.
Right.
I think it would have been very fun to try and like just get lost and enjoy some of that learning.
Yeah. Yeah, if it wasn't tied to due dates, I agree. Because that's the tough part.
Yeah.
That was...
Oh, go Go ahead.
Oh no, I will say though, being in a lot of computer science classes in college and having like the computer science labs that we would use for them, and the night before an assignment's due, and you see like 6 or 7 other kids from your class in the lab because they have all the software you need, like just all collaborating, trying to figure it out together was all strangers for the most part too.
You love to see that type of cooperation. That's how
Yeah,
they
you
build
really
it.
do.
It's deliberate.
Yeah.
If not medicine or like business, broadly
Mhm.
speaking, computer science would have been a fucking sweet career.
Yeah,
I have-
it's just a tough one, man.
The husband of one of my classmates is currently, I think you've met him or at least know of him. He's currently a manager at Amazon in like a computer science fashion, like a manager of some
Mm.
division of the app,
Gotcha.
and is currently interviewing. It's a series of interviews for this like high level management position at Google,
Mhm.
and it's so fucking cool what he does.
Oh,
And,
yeah?
like just the grade of stuff that even this interview, it's weeks, a series of interviews, and they're like trials and problems and tasks, and like
Mhm.
it's incredible. Like I don't think they
Yeah.
they spend that type of energy on everyone, so cheers to him. He's
It's
crushing
such
it.
it's such a strange skill set because who was the guy who got in trouble at Google for writing the letter about
That memo.
Yeah, whoever that guy is, whatever his name is, he was a biologist who had lost his job and just read a book about algorithms because he found it interesting, and then practiced a little bit, no like formal training in programming, went to like a coding competition, got scouted out by Google, and then worked there as a programmer.
That's incredible.
Whereas
what a ride.
Whereas other people might get a master's in computer science. They'll know like deep system architecture. They'll like everything else, and they will not be able to get a job at Google. It's crazy to think about.
Wild world, Wild West.
Yeah. It really
Okay.
is.
I gotta wrap this up, unfortunately, to keep it short. So let's do one more from that game, and then
Yeah.
call
Let's
it
bring
a
it all
day.
back.
Here's one. Okay, this will be a placeholder while I find a great one. Would you
Okay.
rather be able to eat only cream cheese or ketchup?
Cream cheese, easy.
Why? Tell me.
It's more of a one. I like cream cheese and I don't like ketchup, so that makes it pretty easy. But even just, I mean, as far as like the substance of it, to have something that, although would ketchup be more? We can still drink water. Is that a part of this?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
of course. I'm never gonna take Hydro Homies out of it.
Okay. Thank you. That's very thoughtful. Yeah, I would say cream cheese just feels like more of a meal to me than ketchup.
There's a little
does.
more substance. I agree.
Exactly. And like I said before, I like that and I don't like the other thing. So,
Rip to my lactose intolerance.
oh yeah. Fart directly into the mic.
No, just if I only ate cream cheese.
Oh,
It would be a
okay.
wild ride.
Oh, I thought you meant right now, like you put
No,
too
no,
much
no,
cream
no.
in your
We're
coffee.
good.
Okay, that's good.
oat milk.
Oh, good choice.
Okay. Last one, and to tie it all back, I found one that brought it full circle.
Sure.
Would you rather always feel like you have to shit, or never know when you're about to shit?
always feel like
Again,
that's
tell me
so
why.
easy. Never know, like you end up shitting yourself all the time.
However, if you always feel like you have to, how are you gonna? You're either gonna like set a timer so that you're going often enough and squeezing those muscles to just empty it out, or you're gonna be like, oh, I just always feel like this. I don't have to shit, and then there it is in your pants. You could boy who cried
That's
wolf for your
true.
own stomach. You're gonna be shitting yourself too if you always feel like you have to shit. It'll be
If you're
deceiving.
basically always constipated, but you could also just have to shit a lot of the time. Okay, you're right. I figured
don't
it would
know.
get worse when you actually had to, but
I
if
think
that's
it's gonna-
not the case.
I think it's gonna be for me the never know when, because I'll just set a I'll do that. I'll go twice a day. Oh,
Yeah.
but there's the emergency ones that you wouldn't know about.
Yeah, exactly.
But would that just blend into the white noise of your constant pain in the other situation, or would that be an intensification that you could possibly pick out?
If it's an intensification, you need that signal, and I would go always feel like you have to, and then when you actually have to, it gets worse.
I'll only
If
give that safety
not-
net for the emergent poops.
If
Not
it's
for regular.
literally- yeah, yeah. If it's just like you don't know in both cases, and one of the cases you feel shitty all the time, I'll go with not feeling. That's where I draw my line.
I
So
think that we
depending
are
on-
perfectly in alignment with that.
Yeah, I think we're in lockstep here.
All right. Pack it, sign it, send it to the bank, whatever the hell you say. You're always clever with the lines.
Yep, signed, sealed, delivered, baby.
That's the one. Love you. Take care. Bye,
Pack it,
friends.
sign it, send it to the bank. Bye.